Unit 1. Concept of computer. The term computer is derived from the Latin term computare. This means to calculate or programmable machine. Definition. Computer is an electronic device that is designed to work with information. A computer is a programmable machine designed to perform arithmetic and logical operations automatically and sequentially. History and generations of computer. Charles Babbage is called the grandfather of the computer. The first mechanical computer designed by Charles Babbage was called analytical engine. It uses read-only memory in the form of punch cards. First generation, 1940 to 56. The first generation computers used vacuum tubes and machine language was used for giving the instructions. These computers were large in size and their programming was difficult task. The electricity consumption was very high. Some computers of this generation are ENIAC, EDVAC, EDSAC and UNIVAC 1. Second generation, 1956 to 63. In second generation computers, vacuum tubes were replaced by transistors. They required only 1/10 of power required by tubes. This generation computers generated less heat and were reliable. The first operating system developed in this generation. The third generation, 1964 to 71. The third generation computers replaced transistors with integrated circuit known as chip. From small-scale integrated circuits which had 10 transistors per chip, technology developed to M.Sc circuits with 100 transistors per chip. These computers were smaller, faster and more reliable. High-level languages invented in this generation. The fourth generation, 1972 present LSI and VLSI were used in this generation. As a result, microprocessors came into existence. The computers using this technology known to be microcomputer. High-capacity hard disk were invented. There is great development in data communication. Page 1. The fifth generation, present and beyond. Fifth generation computing devices, based on artificial intelligence, are still in development, though there are some applications, such as voice recognition, that are being used today. The use of parallel processing and superconductors is helping to make artificial intelligence a reality. Quantum computation and molecular and nanotechnology will radically change the face of computers in years to come. Basic parts of computer. Characteristic of a computer. Basic characteristics about computer are: speed. Computer can perform millions, 1 million, of instructions even more per second. Accuracy. The degree of accuracy of computer is very high and every calculation is performed with the same accuracy. Diligence. A computer is free from tiredness, lack of concentration, fatigue, etc. It can work for hours without creating any error. Versatility. It means the capacity to perform completely different type of work. Power of remembering. Computer has the power of storing any amount of information or data. No IQ. Computer is a dumb machine and it cannot do any work without instruction from the user. Page 2. No feeling. It does not have feelings or emotion, taste, knowledge, and experience. Storage. The computer has an inbuilt memory where it can store a large amount of data. Types of computer. On the basis of data handling. Analog computer, digital computer. Hybrid computer. Analog computer. Analog computers are designed to process analog data. Analog data is continuous data that changes continuously and cannot have discrete values. They measure the continuous changes in physical quantity and generally render output as a reading on a dial or scale. Speedometer and mercury thermometer are examples of analog computers. 2. Digital computer. Digital computer is designed to perform calculations and logical operations at high speed. It accepts the raw data as input in the form of digits or binary numbers, 0 and 1, and processes it with programs stored in its memory to produce the output. All modern computers like laptops, desktops including smartphones that we use at home or office are digital computers. 3. Hybrid computer. Hybrid computer has features of both analog computer and has memory and continuous and discrete data. Analog and digital computer. It is fast like and accuracy like digital computers. It can process both. For example, a processor is used in petrol pumps that converts the measurements of fuel flow into quantity and price. Similarly, they are used in airplanes, hospitals, and scientific applications. On the basis of size. 1. Supercomputer. Supercomputers are the biggest and fastest computers. They are designed to process huge amount of data. A supercomputer can process trillions of instructions in a second. It has thousands of interconnected processors. Page 3. Supercomputers are particularly weather forecasting, scientific. Supercomputer was developed by 2. Mainframe computer. Used in scientific and engineering applications such as simulations and nuclear energy research. The first Roger Cray in 1976. Mainframe computers are designed to support hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. They can support multiple programs at the same time. It means they can execute different processes simultaneously. These features of mainframe computers make them ideal for big organizations like banking, e-commerce, and telecom sectors, which need to manage and process high volume of data. 3. Mini-frame or mini-computer. It is a mid-size multi-processing computer. It consists of 2 or more processors and can support 4 to 200 users at one time. Many-frame computers are used in institutes and departments for tasks such as billing, accounting, and inventory management. A mini-computer lies between the mainframe and microcomputer as it is smaller than mainframe but larger than a microcomputer. 4. Workstation. Workstation is a single-user computer that is designed for technical or scientific applications. It has a faster microprocessor, a large amount of RAM and high-speed graphic adapters. It generally performs a specific job with great expertise. Accordingly, they are of different types such as graphics workstation, music workstation, and engineering design workstation. 5. Microcomputer. Microcomputer is also known as a personal computer. It is a general-purpose computer that is designed for individual use. It has a microprocessor as a central processing unit, memory, storage area, input unit, and output unit. Laptops and desktop computers are examples of microcomputers. Input and output devices. Input device definition: a device which helps us enter data into a computer is called an input device. For example, keyboard, mouse, etc. List of input devices. Keyboard: a simple device comprising keys, and each key denotes either an alphabet, number, or number commands which can be given to a computer for various actions to be performed. Page 4. Mouse. It is also known as a pointing device. Using mouse we can directly click on the various icons present on the system and open up various files and programs. In case of laptops, the touchpad is given as a replacement of mouse which helps in the movement of the mouse pointer. Joystick. It is a device which comprises a stick which is attached at an angle to the base so that it can be moved and controlled. Mostly used to control the movement in video games. Light pen. It is a wand-like looking device which can directly be moved over the device's screen. It is light sensitive. Microphone. Using a microphone, sound can be stored in a device in its digital form. It converts sound into an electrical signal. Scanner. This device can scan images or text and convert it into a digital signal. When we place any piece of a document on a scanner, it converts it into a digital signal and displays it on the computer screen. Barcode reader. It is a kind of an optical scanner. It can read barcodes. A source of light is passed through a barcode, and its aspects and details are displayed on the screen. Output device definition: a piece of equipment/hardware which gives out the result of the entered input, once it is processed, is called an output device. For example, printer, monitor, etc. List of output devices. Monitor. the device which displays all the icons, text, images, etc. over a screen is called the monitor. Printer, a device which makes a copy of the pictorial or textual content, usually over a paper, is called a printer. Speakers, a device through which we can listen to a sound as an outcome of what we command a computer to do, is called a speaker. Projector, an optical device which presents an image or moving images onto a projection screen, is called a projector. Headphones, they perform the same function as a speaker, the only difference is the frequency of sound. Block diagram RAM of computer system. Page 5. Computer hardware and software. Computer hardware. Hardware refers to the physical components of a computer. Computer hardware is any part of the computer that we can touch, e.g. processor, memory devices, monitor, printer, keyboard, mouse, and the central processing unit. Computer software. Software is a collection of instructions, procedures, documentation that performs different tasks on a computer system. We cannot touch the software but only can feel it. Examples of software are MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, and Photoshop. Difference between hardware and software. Hardware. Software. 1. Hardware is a physical parts computer that 1. Software is a set of instruction that tells a cause processing of data computer exactly what to do. 2. It is manufactured. 2. It is developed and engineered. 3. Hardware cannot perform any task without. 3. Software cannot be executed without. Software. Hardware. Page 6. 4. As hardware are physical electronic devices. 4. We can see and also use the software, but we can see and touch hardware. Can't actually touch them. 5. It has 4 main categories. Input device. 5. It is mainly divided into system software, output devices, storage, and internal programming software and application. Components. Software. 6. Hardware is not affected by computer. 6. Software is affected by computer viruses. Viruses. 7. It cannot be transferred from one place to. 7. But it can be transferred another electrically through network. 8. If hardware is damaged, it is replaced with. 8. If software is damaged, its backup copy, new one, can be reinstalled. 9. X, keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, CPU. 9. X, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Hard disk, RAM, ROM, etc. Photoshop, MySQL, etc. Computer memory. Memory is the storage section of the computer's functioning where the program instruction and data are retained for processing. Types of computer memory. There are mainly 2 types of memory in a computer, primary memory and secondary memory. Page 7. 1. Primary memory. This type of memory includes both the RAM, random access memory, and the ROM, read-only memory. It stores very small amounts of data and can be accessed very quickly when the computer is running on power mode. RAM, random access memory. The data that is stored in the RAM memory can be accessed in a random manner. There is no particular order needed. It is the most expensive type of memory. It is very fast and quick but requires power to run and to exchange data and share data that is stored in its memory. 2 types of RAM are DRAM. Dynamic RAM is the commonly used RAM in the computers. Unlike earlier times when the computers used to use single data rate, SDR, RAM, now they use dual data rate, DDR, RAM, which has faster processing ability. DDR2, DDR3, DDR4 are the available versions of the DRAM, each efficient according to their number. SRAM. Static RAM is faster than dynamic RAM and therefore it is more expensive. It has a total of 6 transistors in each of its cells. Therefore, it is commonly used as a data cache within the CPU and in high-end servers. It helps in the speed improvements of the computer. 2 ROM, read-only memory. Data can be only read and not written to it. It is a fast type of memory. It is a non-volatile type of memory. In case of no power, the data is stored in it and then accessed by the computer when power is turned on. It usually contains the bootstrap code which is required for the computer to interact with the hardware systems and understand its operations and functions according to the commands given to it. 2 secondary memory. It is physically placed or located inside a separate storage device which is then connected to the computer for access. HDD and SSD are the most commonly used secondary memory devices in a computer normally. They are not as expensive as the RAM and ROM and are reasonably priced. Their read and write speed is also comparatively lower. Since it is a separate device altogether, it can preserve the data that is saved inside it without the need for power. The data exchanged and stored is first sent to the RAM and then to the CPU for page 8. Further processing. They have the possibility of permanently storing the data and at the same time, you can easily use them anywhere and carry them along with you. Uses of memory in a computer. Computer memory speeds up the data processing. Storage of temporary and permanent data is necessary for the computer to run its processes and also respond to the user commands. The efficiency of the computer needs memory as a basic amenity. The better the memory, the faster the computer will function. Application of computers in nursing profession. Nursing administration. Staffing and scheduling systems are used to construct daily, weekly, or monthly schedules. Collect data on individual employees such as the amount of sick time used or vacation hours accumulated. Budgeting and financial tracking are another way in which computers are used in nursing administration. Education. Hospitals often use computer programs to teach patients about chronic disease management or to provide educational handouts. Pre-printed documents such as discharge or preoperative instructions can also be stored in the computer and printed as necessary. Nurses use computers for a variety of continuing education programs and can also complete educational programs on the computer to obtain advanced degrees. Clinical use. In clinical implication, computers are used for assessment, patient monitoring documentation, telemedicine, electronic medical records. Electronic medical records. Page 9. Nurses use computers for documentation with an electronic health record or electronic medical record. When an organization uses an EMR, all documentation related to patient care, diagnostic testing, specialty referrals, or any other aspect of patient care or management is done on the computer. Research. In research, we can use computers for preparation of a research document, data gathering, computer-assisted instruction simulation, tutorials, analysis of data, community settings. In community settings, we use computers for gathering statistics, patient appointments identification systems, home care management, and automated remote patient monitoring.